Hey human LatiosAzurill, so this is LatiosAzurill, and welcome to Season 5 of the Western Pokemon League with the Philadelphia Froakies. Now, this season we are back to normal tier-based drafting rather than the free draft from last season, so teams are going to be a little bit less broken, but you know what? That's still cool, I suppose. So this season, however, I decided to add in an extra little twist. So as you can see, we have a mono pink team. So, from Tier 2, I actually franchised once again Cresselia because we got that bulk, we got the power. All we gotta do is start setting up those coal mines, and this wall.exe will not go down. So, Cresselia has all that bulk we need. So what could possibly top that? Well, we also have Chansey. The wizard is back! Yes! We have Chansey once again. We might run Lucky Punch at some point this season, although once again Chansey is notorious for being a special wall. Not so much the physical side, but EVLA can help in that respect. Also from Tier 2, of course. We do have a Tier 3 Mon that's also pretty bulky. We have Porygon 2, another EVLite user that I tend to use it relatively offensively, but it can definitely be used as a wall overall. EVLite will make it live too many hits, even if you're not fully invested in the bulk. Porygon 2 is just a solid Mon altogether, and it's really going to help us out. But also from Tier 3, we have Smeargle. Now, Smeargle is a Mon that can literally be used however we want it to be used. Now, the biggest thing I tend to use it for is setting up with hazards. Because you can get Spore, you can get Sticky Web, you can get Stealth Rock, you can literally get any move you want, except for Dark Void. You can get Dark Void, but you can't use it because only Darkrai can use it, and why would you use it if you get Spore anyway if you're not in VGC? But Smeargle can definitely paint a nice picture of success for us, and I feel like it's definitely going to have some use. I know I had Smeargle back in Season 3, but I didn't use it all that much, but perhaps now with this extra little challenge, especially given there are some really tough teams that we're going to be facing this season, especially given we're stuck with Mono Pink. I guess stuck isn't the right word because I chose to do this, but I feel like Smeargle can really help us out. But from Tier 4 we have a powerhouse that is Slurpuff. Slurpuff can start off by belly drumming, pop the citrus, get the unburden boost, and start play roughing all day, every day. Problem it faces is, of course, the priority. Can't really deal too much with priority at that point, which can kill it. But, bullet punch aside, it can really wreck through teams. So, Slurpuff is definitely going to, I feel like, help us out overall long term. We also have from Tier 4 Virizion. Virizion is really good as a... First of all, it can take some hits. Second of all, it's going to do really well on on A, against water types, B, against normal types. We need that fighting coverage, let's be honest. So it's really going to help us out. I mean, you got Leaf Blade, you got that high crit ratio, it has CC, it has Sacred Sword if you don't want to get the defense drops. And, I mean, it's a pretty solid Mon overall, and I feel like it's definitely going to help us out. From Tier 5, of course, I chose a Mon that I really think is going to be helping us out, especially given our lack of Fire-type coverage, as we have Magmortar. Now, Magmortar is not the most viable Mon in existence, given its type coverage, but it has a very nice special attack. I mean, I'm thinking slapping an Assault Vest on that, and that thing's gonna be able to land some hits, take some hits, and really just help us out, especially when we see stuff like Ferrothorn and Kartana and Scizor as the season goes on. We also have, as free picks from Tier 1, we have Sylveon. So Sylveon is really solid evolution, has the bulk it needs, has the special attack it needs, gets Pixelates, a Hyper Voice is going to be really useful. Obviously, if I feel like I'm going to encounter something that's going to be soundproof, I can always just go for Moonblast at that point. Psyshock if you need to hit something on the physical side. Really just a solid mon, and I think is going to be helping us out this season. We also have Celebi. Celebi is definitely an interesting pick. We got that Psychic and grass coverage. Honestly, another possibility is, you know, have some fun with my opponent by, you know, setting up a Perish Song with Celebi, switching to Smeargle with a Sash, giving it Mean Look or something, trapping the opponent in, and all of a sudden they're not going to appreciate the Perish Song. So that brings us into our Tier 1 picks. Of course, this season we have Mew. Mew is going to do well, I feel like. Mew has a very versatile moveset, almost as versatile as Smeargle, only Mew has much, much better stats. Decent typing, decent stab, really versatile. You know, it can get Nasty Plot to start setting up on the special side. It can get Sword Stance to start setting up on the physical side. It can literally be used however I want it to be used. Plus, if I am so inclined, I can set up the Psychic Terrain to avoid any potential priority, which can definitely help out Slurpuff overall if I need to deal with that. Because I can set the Psychic Terrain by going for the Genesis Supernova, and that will definitely A, hit like a truck, and B, prevent any priority from attacking me, since I don't have to worry too much, because I have like practically no priority on this team anyway. And of course we do have Jirachi. Now Jirachi is going to be really nice for us. Once again, one of the big problems Jirachi will face, of course, is priority. However, Jirachi has the speed it needs to just start flinching opponents left and right. I don't have Chinchino this season, nor Togekiss, so Jirachi's probably going to be the way to go if I want to get any flinches going on. Jirachi does outspeed Togekiss, so in the battle of Togekiss versus Jirachi, I think Jirachi is in a pretty good shape. Of course, it won't do too much against Steel types. However, it does get access to Fire Punch, so hey, you know, that could always be useful, I think. Just in case, especially if I was facing something like a Mega Scizor. Might not necessarily see a Fire Punch coming from a Jirachi. That said, we also have our Mega this season, which is Mega Diancie. Now, Diancie, I feel like, does have a, it's kind of a hit or miss thing, but I feel like that rock coverage is really going to help us out. Now, it gets physical, it can be mixed. It gets, I think, 110 base in both attacks, so we can run a physical, we can run a special. Our opponent might not necessarily know which one we're running, depending on which the element of surprise can definitely work in our favor. Because we can set up the Diamond Storm, start setting up defenses while we're hitting them. We can go for Power Gem, Earth Power, Moon Blast, that kind of stuff. All sorts of fun little sets we can run here. In fact, we could also, if we're really, really trying to be cheeky with it, we could actually do something like HP Fire, although it's probably not as necessary. But mostly if we have, like, we're facing a Grass type, it's probably going to set up a Leaf Storm on us. Or we could do HP Electric or HP Grass if we wanted to be able to counter a Water type that I felt like was going to try to destroy us. I don't know, there's all sorts of options in here that can really, really put in some nice work. Or if I really wanted to, I could do the dual wall thing, but it's not really that good with the Mega Diancie because it does lose its defenses and all. But I feel like it's definitely going to come through for us this season. So, that is the Philadelphia Froakies for Season 5. Now, on top of that, we are doing a mono pink team, but we're not just doing a mono pink team this season. We are battling with a cause. In fact, we are battling for the cure. All of the money that we get from the battle videos this season is going to be donated to the Susan G. Komen Foundation for breast cancer awareness and research. Because honestly, I'm just trying to this season. That's why I wanted to do mono pink. I wanted to have some kind of a cause for this. I wanted to be able to do something good with this season for the WPL, at least for our team. So honestly, I want to have some fun, but I also want to try for this season to do something maybe good. I don't think it's going to be that much money we're going to get, because overall, I don't usually get too much. As far as the money I get from YouTube, very little comes from the WPL battles, but as little as I do get, I want to try to do something good with it. So, be sure to stick around and check out the Philadelphia Froakies this season as we take on the WPL matches. Now this season is going to be a little different. Instead of battling every single opponent once, we're going to be battling a couple of them twice, and there's going to be a few that we don't battle at all during the main season, but we might end up facing them if we make it to the postseason, which might not happen because, I mean, look at it, we have this mono pink team. But I really do like, do want to see how well this team can do, because given it's mono pink, it's very constrained, but I feel like this team is probably relatively solid given the constraints we were given. And I really want to see how we do. So be sure to stick around for the battles coming up in the coming few weeks as Season 5 of the Western Pokemon League begins. So thank you for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.